Right now, President Biden is in Poland continuing his meetings with European leaders about the war in Ukraine. And a final pretrial hearing today for a mother and daughter charged in the death of a young teen in their care. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. President Biden arrived in Poland today as he continues his trip to Europe to meet with allies and coordinate their response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Skylar Henry has the details.
President Biden met with soldiers from the 82nd Airborne Friday in Poland. He enjoyed some lighthearted moments with soldiers lined up for haircuts. Thousands of U.S. soldiers are deployed to Poland to protect the NATO member from any potential Russian attack.
We've got 100,000 American forces here in Europe. We haven't had that in a long, long time because we are the organizing principle for the rest of the world. And I said, we've sent the best.
The president will also get a briefing on the humanitarian crisis caused by the war in Ukraine. And he'll meet with refugees forced out of their country seeking safety. Early Friday morning, the president and the European Union announced a new joint task force designed to wean Europe off of Russian energy, which the president says is necessary to cripple Russia's military.
Putin has issued Russia's energy resources to coerce and manipulate its neighbors. That's how he's used it. He's used the profits to drive his war machine.
We are determined to stand up against Russia's brutal war. This war will be a strategic failure for Putin.
Ukrainian forces on the ground have made some advances in their latest counterattack, clawing back some land near Kyiv, including the suburban city of Irpin. But Russia has made some wins in southern Ukraine, which will make it easier to shore up its supply chain problems. Ukraine says Russia has gained enough ground around the besieged city of Mariupol that it now has a supply corridor connecting the Crimean region to Russian-controlled areas of eastern Ukraine. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And Ukrainian government officials say the official death toll from last week's strike on a Mariupol theater has risen to 300. Meanwhile, Ukrainian refugees continue to arrive in Poland. In Poland, that is, the city of Rzeszów has seen hundreds of thousands of refugees over the past month. Most have traveled to family in other places, but city officials say around 2,500 have remained. The city has also become ground zero for supplies for Ukraine.
Quite a big center. We are helping whole cities like Lviv. We are actually collecting the donations from all the Europe.
And actor Sean Penn is also in the city this week working on a documentary about the war. He'll be holding a news conference later today. Meanwhile, Hilldale will be fundraising for the World Center's kitchen efforts in Ukraine this weekend. You can buy sunflowers, the national flower of Ukraine, at a booth at the Walking Mall starting tomorrow. The flowers are free, but you're asked to give a donation of $5 if you can. You can find the booth outside Metcalfe's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday. Let's head to the weather center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your certified most accurate forecast, and spring continues to elude us.
Yes, it does as well. Hot off the press just about 15 minutes ago. We do have new wind advisories anyway, across parts of southern Wisconsin. It'll certainly help things feel colder. It's going to impact your wind chill. These wind advisories do last until 10 o'clock for all of the counties that you see shaded. The only counties that were able to escape the wind advisory would include Dodge County, Green Lake, and Marquette counties, along with Juneau and Adams. Still, it's going to be windy all throughout southern Wisconsin. Wind gusts right now, not all that bad for us, but closer to the Mississippi River, that's where we're seeing those stronger winds right now. Those wind gusts are going to increase as we go throughout the day, likely gusting upwards of 40 or even 45 miles per hour at times. After 10 o'clock, we'll turn those wind gusts down a bit. They're not going to be off, but it won't be a wind advisory. There we go, criteria. But we're also going to be dealing with some snowflakes flying. We do have the potential to see some snow squalls. Radar, not all that impressive here, but you look back up towards the north and west and you see our energy starting to dive southward out of Minnesota. So this is something to be mindful of if you're going to be out and about. The clouds have already increased, Mark, but we're going to start to see more of those snowflakes flying as we go through the next several hours.
Nothing measurable, but it could be whiteout conditions.
Nothing measurable, but it will lower visibility for some time.
All right, keep an eye on things. Thanks, Chris. The final pre-trial hearing was held today for two Mineral Point women charged in the death of a 13-year-old girl who was in their care. Alexis Berry and her mother Lori were caring for Sela Caden when the girl died. Caden's parents, who live in North Carolina, sent her to live in Mineral Point with the Berrys after she had behavioral problems. The families had become close when they all lived in Madison. Online court records show the hearing focused on trial proceedings, among other items. The women's trial is expected to start on April 28th. They both face one felony charge of first-degree reckless homicide, party to a crime. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas was released from the hospital this morning. Last Friday, the 73-year-old went to Sibley Memorial Hospital in Washington, D.C. after suffering flu-like symptoms. Thomas received antibiotics for an infection. He did not test positive for COVID. Meanwhile, the House committee investigating the January 6th insurrection is looking into text messages between Justice Thomas's wife and former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Copies of the messages obtained by CBS and the Washington Post show Virginia Thomas sent weeks of messages imploring Meadows to overturn the 2020 election. Thomas is a political activist who says she has distanced her activities from her husband, but legal experts suggest they could pose a potential conflict of interest for the justice. After more than 2 weeks, a tentative agreement has been reached to end the Minneapolis teacher strike. Ratification votes are expected over the weekend. Details of the contract are unclear, but the teacher union says it includes major gains on pay for support staff, protections for educators of color, class size caps, and mental health support. Superintendent Ed Groff says he's looking forward to welcoming students and staff back.
Us coming together is going to be what makes the difference for our kids. So looking forward to having our students join us on Monday, and we can get back to school and learning and the care and love that they need in the classroom.
The strike affected around 29,000 students and 4,500 teachers in the district. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A blow for big tech's influence overseas and a cartoon-approved boost to lighten the mood on Zoom. I'm Naomi Ruckham at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Rising prices have hit us all pretty hard, especially utility bills. Here's how USA Insulation can help. When we wrap your home in our foam, it keeps your expensive warm air from leaking out, just like an insulated coffee mug. And with our low monthly payment plans, you can use your energy savings to help pay for it. Imagine a more comfortable home that saves you money. Call now and get a $500 discount on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
What do you think?
I love it.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In Madison, contact Heating and Cooling Incorporated to maximize your comfort and energy savings, whatever the season.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Major tech companies will likely face strict new antitrust rules in Europe this fall. The European Union has agreed to sweeping changes designed to prevent the largest companies from squashing smaller competitors. The new rules aim to head off digital giants like Apple, Meta, Google, and Amazon from giving preference to their own products over others. It also places tighter restrictions on targeted ads online. The Postal Service is buying more than 10,000 electric vehicles, double what was originally planned. USPS is spending nearly $3 billion to overhaul its delivery fleet. A vast majority of the new trucks will still be gas-powered. The new gas and electric vehicles are expected to be on delivery routes late next year. Apple is reportedly launching a new subscription service for its iPhones. According to Bloomberg, the tech giant wants to make owning a phone like subscribing to an app. Apple hopes a subscription service would appeal to people who don't want to shell out all the cash for the phone up front. And who let the dogs in? Zoom is launching a new avatars filter that replaces you with animal characters. Rabbits, giraffes, and dogs included. Zoom says the avatars could also be quite useful, like helping pediatricians seem less intimidating to kids during virtual visits. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Naomi Ruckham.
All right, let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is up 8.5. The NASDAQ, though, down 112. The S&P 500 down 3.25. The FBI says Americans lost nearly $7 billion from internet crimes last year. Experts say it's more important than ever to have a strong password. Laura Podesta has more.
Passwords can be a major pain.
Remembering it and having to reset it.
Write it down and then I forget where I put the paper. And they try to suggest passwords to you. It's like so outrageously long.
So many people use easy ones. Some of the most common include 123456 and the word password itself.
For hackers, breaking those passwords is easier than ever.
Alex Nettie, CEO of Hive Systems, says the average hacker can crack a complicated 7-character password in seconds. But the longer the password, the harder to guess. A new report from his company found one with 10 characters, including letters, symbols, and numbers, would take 5 months to figure out, while an 18-character password would take 438 trillion years.
One of our favorite tricks is actually to use what's called a passphrase. So instead of having random characters all mixed up, use a long sentence like, I like to go to the beach in October. That's actually a really strong password.
He says you shouldn't use the same password on multiple sites because if one is hacked, the others will be at risk. So how do you remember all of them?
We recommend something called a password manager.
There are many management systems on the market that can hold all of your passwords. Of course, you need a password to get into it.
Sometimes I have problems using that site. So.
You forget the password to the password management site?
Correct.
In addition to strong passwords, it's also important to use two-factor authentication on sensitive sites. A special code is sent by email or text, offering an extra layer of security. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Up next, we'll share your latest ag numbers and some tips on getting fit for the summer, plus another gloomy day for southern Wisconsin. Chris has your latest forecast when we come back.
Celebrate Ashley's anniversary sale with our biggest scratch and save mattress sale ever. We have millions of dollars of inventory with savings up to 65% off. Save $1,000 instantly on Serta Perfect Sleeper and finance interest-free for 5 years. All at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad, and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Everything seems to be more expensive these days. Everything costs more. Ron Johnson should be helping families like us, but he seems to have helped himself instead. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. He's doubled his wealth since taking office. It doesn't seem fair to me. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
$1 million worth of the best hot tubs in Madison are at Leisure Concepts. And right now, get immediate free delivery, free ozone system, cover lift, matching entry steps, supplies, and training. Our showroom is packed with brand new hot tubs for immediate delivery. We're including everything you need and all at a great low spring price. Leisure Concepts is open 7 days a week. Stop into our packed showroom in Madison on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Ashley's biggest scratch and save anniversary sale ever. We have millions of dollars of inventory with savings up to 50% off on doorbusters. And finance your entire purchase interest-free for 5 years. All at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Saturday morning on News 3 Now, a new lawsuit accuses tech giant Google of racial bias against its black workers. And a cool down in the forecast this weekend. Julian's tracking all your weather Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
A destructive tornado hit the Stoughton area with little or no warning. Meteorologist Dana Fulton looks at new research that could provide a better understanding of these quick-forming, dangerous tornadoes. Sunday on News 3 Now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, we're stuck with this unspring-like weather. Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is enjoying the balmy tropical breezes on the Hawaiian Islands. So in her absence, here are your farm numbers. Well, summer officially starts in less than 3 months. Don't look at the weather outside right now. If you're hoping to get fit before then, a dietitian says there are simple ways to lose weight without the fad diets. Mandy Gaither explains.
Beaches and bathing suits. It's almost that time of year again. If you want to get healthier before summer, start now by changing up your diet.
Let's think about limiting our hours in which we're eating. Let's think about eating more fiber, more plants, less hyperpalatable foods, less processed foods.
Kristen Kirkpatrick, a registered dietitian with Cleveland Clinic, says fad diets aren't the way to go. There's no way to stick to them over the long haul. Instead, try intermittent fasting. You'll only eat during a certain time frame, such as between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. She says other diets that work, the Mediterranean diet, which includes healthy foods like whole grains, fruits, veggies, and seafood, as well as the DASH diet, rich in veggies, fruits, whole grains, low-fat or fat-free dairy products, fish, poultry, beans, and nuts. You can also cut back on calories by listening to your body.
Am I hungry right now, or am I looking to feed emotion? Am I just dehydrated? So really taking the time from a mindfulness perspective of, am I feeling true hunger? But I'm going to eat until I no longer feel that hunger, which means eating slow, chewing more, taking out distractions, and being able to stop before I feel that feeling of fullness.
Kirkpatrick says not to focus on the timeline for weight loss. Instead, celebrate milestones along the way. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And Kirkpatrick says you don't have to cut all junk food out of your diet. Instead, she says to focus on eating healthy 90% of the time. Chris Reese, I can live with that. Junk food every once in a while, especially in this kind of weather.
Hey, I feel like everybody deserves to have a little bit at this point.
Yeah, we deserve it for this weather.
We've been dealing with the cold and the dreariness this week. Today, what could be exciting for some of you, we do have a possibility of seeing some of those snow squalls again today. We're going to break down what that exactly is here in just a moment, but we're also looking at teens and 30s for the weekend, and then another wintry mix over to some rain and thunder next week. But here's Weather Track right now. You see our system starting to come together across parts of the upper Midwest. Right now we have a little bit of rain shower activity that's now lifted north and east. The snow showers and snow squalls are now developing back to the north and west. You see them trying to move into southern Wisconsin, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, La Crosse. That's where they're moving into the picture as we speak. So, about a month ago, we had a snow squall warning, and a lot of you were like, Chris, what is this? This is new. We've never had snow squalls before. The reality is you have had snow squalls for as long as you remember, but it was only in recent years that we created snow squall warnings, and that's the first time you got your alert on your phone telling you about a snow squall. Well, it's possible that you could deal with that today. Again, we're talking about the sudden onset of intense bursts of snow and wind moving our way that briefly lead to some whiteout conditions. Today, this is what I'm focused on happening. Now, most snow squalls also do lead to rapidly deteriorating road conditions, and all of them are pretty short duration, underneath 2 hours. Given temperatures, I think roads will, for the most part, be okay. That's my expectation. Temperatures right now at 38, so we are well above the freezing point, and a lot of those temperatures are hanging out closer to the 40-degree mark, if not into the low 40s. So this really helps to warm that ground. So when the snowflakes do fly, this means a lot of things are just going to be wet. You're not going to get a ton of accumulation unless it just really comes down hard for a long time. Rain showers initially with those temperatures around 40. Here comes the snow showers, especially as we get closer to your sunset, and it's going to be windy. Remember, we're under that wind advisory until 10 o'clock, so wind gusts 40, 45 miles per hour. While you get a convective snow shower, that's all going to be a possibility. Lightning, thunder, all possible as we go throughout today. 10 o'clock, temperatures start to approach the freezing point or drop below, but here's why I'm not concerned. Shortly after 10, a lot of this begins to turn off. Our overnight lows go down towards 22. It's going to take a while to get rid of some of that cloud cover tomorrow, but I expect to do it to the afternoon. Temperatures should warm up to about 35 for your high on Saturday. Here's what I want you to do. Just in case you want to be aware of the snow squall warning, most of you, if you have your wireless alerts turned on, you should get them. But one of the other ways you can be aware of possible snow squalls is to take out your phone, open up the camera app, point it at the screen, and what that'll do is take you to where you need to go to download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app, and we will keep you up to date. I just posted a brand new video on it about 5 to 10 minutes ago, really breaking down everything to expect with that wind advisory. Other than that, look for 30s this weekend, 35 and 34 for Saturday and Sunday, 40s next week, close to 50 by Wednesday with our chance for thunder, but that may end as some snowflakes by Thursday.
Active weather pattern.
Yes, it is. That was a lot. A lot
to take in there, Chris.
But, you know, it could be worse, and all of this moisture is very beneficial, especially as we start to head towards spring. We're headed towards the growing season. We've been in a drought for so long, but perhaps this moisture is coming at just the right time.
Yeah, just soaking in. It's nice and slow. That's
yes, it is.
All right, Chris, thank you. There's more to come on News for Now and Noon. Sunday night is Hollywood's big night, and Howard has something special for you in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
With the Academy Awards just days away, we're inviting you to a party right here in the Test Kitchen.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh! Yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Update your garage with a new shop light or pick up work lights to keep any area well lit. Hurry into Menards today and save big with 11% off all lights from Smart Electrician. Make sure your lawnmower and ATV are ready to go for the year with a new battery from FVP. They're built to get you started, even in extreme temperatures. Right now, you'll get 11% off all batteries from FVP.
Save big money at Menards.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 77 years. And during our 77th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $77. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Now you can bring gorgeous, fresh, organic vegetables to your table in just 3 easy steps. Step 1, go to gardenmats.com. Step 2, use our garden planner to lay out your entire garden in order. Within days, garden mats are delivered from our factory right to your door. Step 3, lay the mats down according to your design and plant. After that, spend your summer trying to keep up with each other, not your weeds. Go to gardenmats.com today.
At McGann Furniture in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. And remember, at McGann, we don't raise our prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
With the Academy Awards right around the corner, you can bet there's lots going on in Hollywood right now. But have you given any thought as to what you're going to be serving while watching the awards? How about popcorn? Not just the buttered kind, but ones that are award-winning. Here we're tossing freshly popped popcorn with roasted nuts and a homemade caramelized toffee coating. After it's mixed, we'll pop it in the oven to make it super crunchy. Now, if you're more of a savory popcorn lover, then I'm sure you'll love our buttered cheddar popcorn. It's super easy and is the perfect treat during any movie. Now, for anyone who can't decide between popcorn and candy at the movies, here you get both, along with some pretzels, dried cranberries, and a drizzle of white chocolate. Whether you're hosting a fancy Academy Awards bash or planning on sitting at home in your movie theater-style recliner, these are a must-try. You'll find all 3 recipes on our website. Just type in award-winning popcorn. I'm Howard with Callie in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Looking forward to this year's show and gala.
Hey, do you think I'll be able to sneak this in?
You're not even going, but ooh, it's so good.
All right, Chris, one final check of the fork. I like my popcorn, just a little butter on it.
I know. Howard, leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
We're
leave
done.
the corn alone, Howard.
All right. I'll tell you, we wish we could leave Mother Nature alone, or at least she could leave us alone. But winter is not done. We do have snow squalls getting ready to head our way. Temperatures still in the 30s now. We'll warm up a couple more degrees for the weekend. We're going to be colder, 30s. Clouds early on Saturday. Sunshine to end Saturday. Sunshine for all of Sunday. It lives up to its name. But it's the coldest day of the forecast, 34. The next system arrives by Monday night into Tuesday. We're talking a mix over to rain, maybe even some thunder by Wednesday.
All right, keep an eye out this afternoon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a good afternoon.